A good Cathaoirleach. Minister, I think you will accept that finding solutions to the problem of childcare in the midst of a pandemic is no easy task. But that difficulty was compounded by the fact that the early years sector in particular, prior to the pandemic, felt that it was unheard, disrespected and that its solutions were only nominally accepted. Recently, I participated in a Zoom call with SIP2 and the early years sector. The message was very clear. This is a sector full of hope, but they are being continually let down. The Minister will be aware that SIP2 recently launched its early years professional survey. The survey shows that 67% of early years educators earn below the living wage of €12.30 per hour, and 90% of all professionals struggle to make ends meet. Sick pay, maternity pay, pensions and other basic conditions are virtually non-existent. 38% of early years professionals are actively looking for a job outside of the sector. This rises to 42% of room leaders, where most graduates are employed. From what I understand, SIP2 is calling for the establishment of a joint Labour committee, as promised in the programme for government, and this would allow the introduction of an early years pay scale. But Minister, what we also need is, we need the small-scale early childcare providers to also be supported with financial supports and measures. The other issue I want to raise here today is the waiting lists in Laois Offaly in terms of occupational therapy and speech therapy. It's really impacting on children. I've raised this issue several times. Children with special needs are really suffering. I know currently in Laois Offaly we have 2,014 children waiting for occupational therapy and 1,453 children waiting for speech therapy. I have already put forward a possible solution in areas where we don't have backlogs, and there are regions that don't have the same backlog as Laois Offaly. Could the staff from those regions be redeployed until the backlog of children is cleared in Laois Offaly? I think this is a pragmatic solution, and while recruitment is ongoing, I think it's a fair solution, and I'm asking Government to take that on board here today.